we're looking at the CNB hard case. This is the large one. As you've seen in the previous video, this is the small one. So I bought both of these with the intention to have one sort of small pedal board I could take with an overdrive pedal and a tuner, and my big one was supposed to be the one that had all my effects in there. So we're going to take a look at the large one right now. So here we go. It's the same deal. It's got fairly decent locks on the front. They're quite good. I've had zero problems with them over the years. Now, what I have had problems with are the hinges here. These absolutely, unequivocally suck. They are the worst hinges in the history of hinges. They are just absolutely terrible. Not only is it a pain in the ass to put this thing back together sometimes, over time, there's a little thing that sort of goes through here. These bend and warp and go out of shape, and you might be saying, why don't you bend it back? Well, I've done that so many times now that it's getting old, and as you can see here, there's quite a large gap. I can nearly fit my finger in there now. It's that out of shape. And let's have a look at the other side here. This side is even worse because of these stupid hinges. I'm pushing on this right now and it's just not meeting here. So look at this. This is crap. This is the inside with my custom Velcro that I purchased because the sheet that they laid down here, which covered all of the wood and all of this stuff, basically as soon as you pull out your pedals, the sheet will rip out. And the Velcro that comes with this unit, when you put it on the back of your pedal and you put it down, then you pick up the case, they'll fall off, which is crap. So you really need to, if you buy one of these, have it in your mind that you're going to really need to rip out the sheet that's in there eventually. It might not happen in the first day, but it will happen, you know, once you've changed the pedals out a few times. So like I said in my last video of the small one, this stuff in Australia from Bunnings is 40 bucks a roll, and it's awesome, really good quality. It's never come off. But to get this to stick, I really had to get all the crappy glue and wood sort of like this stuff. I had to sort of chip that out and then lay this stuff down, and it was no easy task either. Now this one is a little better than the small one. I'll show you how many pedals you can fit realistically. I found you could fit, I don't really have that many on me right now, but you can fit 4 or 5 on each row, which is the realistic thing. Some people say, yeah, you can fit, you know, you could fit 12 in there. You just can't. You can fit 4 comfortably on either row. You can move them closer together, but the case has a big problem too, because if you're running 2 rows of pedals and you've got these standard sort of jack cables here, like this, it becomes, you have to basically have them face, these cables facing down. You can't have them up because they won't fit properly. So depending on the type of lead you've got too, you have to allow space for the pedal here, so it has to fit in between. So it's kind of hard to explain, but you can't put that pedal there because of, you know, this has to go underneath. And sometimes where the power connectors are, it's quite hard to do that too. So you've got to kind of offset it a little bit. So I always found 4 on each row is realistic, and anything more than that, it starts to become pretty tight. Now, the great thing about this board, the one thing I love about it, you can fit your wah pedal in there, and it will close fine. It just, yeah, it has just the crappiness of the hinges is what really put me off this thing, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. There's a lot of shops in Melbourne, especially where I live, that sell these things. And for a budget board, I guess they do the trick. Look at these hinges. How bent and warped that is. And you know, this one here. It's hard to see on camera, but this thing is useless. Look at that. It's hard to see the angle, but it basically, it's just nowhere near being the shape it should be. And no matter how many times I've bent this thing back, it keeps just, as soon as I use it and carry it around, this thing bends again. And I think the whole case might be starting to sort of warp a little bit, but that's cool. I'm not going to use this anymore anyway. It's going in the archive of junk that I no longer use. I may eBay it or something, but if it was me and I was doing this all again, and you're after a pedal board, go buy a good one. Don't go buy one of these. Basically, the money you spend having to Velcro the interior and your pedals, you may as well have just got one that's great to start with. So there you go. That's my 2 cents. Cheers.